voices rise from different lands, guided by the moon with open hands. In the circle we unite as one, sharing wisdom under the sun. Divine feminine voices, we are free. Three hearts, one spirit in harmony. On this journey, our truths we share. In the light of love, we're always there.
I love our music.
I do too.
It just makes you so happy.
I love that.
I get the chills listening to it.
I actually created one for my word of the year as well, because I love it. I love, so my word is unstoppable. And so I created a song to go with it. And
You're going to have to let us hear it. Can you let us hear it now, or is that way too off topic?
It might not be off topic.
I think
Talk amongst yourselves and I will find it.
Okay. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of 2025 of Divine Feminine Souls. 3 voices, 1 collective journey. I'm Cheryl Cooper, and I'm so excited to be here. It's nice to see you all on this Friday.
And I'm Elizabeth Sanchez, and I feel like it's the beginning of the year, and I know we say that we are going to be there the first Friday of the month, and it's not the first Friday, but
it's not.
Because last week
I can't keep up.
I mean, we were so into the thick of the holidays, and I don't think anybody could have really taken in one more thing, right?
Right.
So just calling ourselves out that we're on the second Friday today, but going forward, we'll be on the first Friday.
It feels like the first Friday though, because of the holidays, right? Everything got turned upside down and there was just so much going on. So it feels like the first Friday. So I'm going to go with that.
I love
I'm
it.
very much about feeling into things.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that's a really good parlay to like tune in to like, what are we feeling, right? What are we feeling? So some people get super excited about the start of the new year, fresh start, we turn the page, we're in a new year, we theme our year, but I'm going to be pretty authentic and say, like, the start of the year, I didn't really feel like I was excited to start the year. I was still in a numb stage. And I know we talked last month about having just lost my mom. I wasn't really in that celebratory of like, yeah, let's hit that first year. I'm feeling clearer today, but I've had a week or 3 weeks of like just mindfulness of centering and nurturing and tuning into what my soul needs. And so if you're listening and you feel like I haven't really hit the year running and I'm still just trying to figure out who I am and what I'm doing and what 2025 might look like, that's okay. I'm here with you because, don't believe all the hype. It's not right. It doesn't have to be hypey. And whatever day you're ready to start and theme your day, that's personal to you. So
yeah, this year it's quite interesting. For me, after a very restful several weeks after a very disappointing experience, right? You all know the whole thing. Well, I'll just say it out loud. 9 interviews for a company, and I did not get the position. And it was just, it hurt me to the soul, to my core. I don't know about to the soul, because soul was probably trying to tell me something. And I tend to push through anyway and do the things that I want to do, or I think is best for me to do. But I started out the year in a different kind of way. Like my energy was rested and relaxed. I got to have some loving time with my family, which I really, really needed. And also, I did start the year kind of with a bang in a different way. And I started by doing something you guys have tried to get me to do for years, and that's planning. And I've stuck with it for what, 7 days. I'm still good, still good, which is just exciting.
Mhm.
And it's a different kind of energy to have yourself organized versus flying by the seat of your pants. Now, will I continue to maintain that? Yes, it's my goal.
Good
And
job.
with you all's accountability, I know it can come true. So,
Yeah.
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 But to round out the year, I was sucking air, right? I mean, it was awful. The energy was low, exhausted. It was unlike anything that I can ever remember feeling.
I have to say, like, the end of the year for me was more recognizing the energy, but I wasn't personally feeling it. You know, yeah, the year wind down and you're kind of like ready to go into rest and reflection, but it wasn't so personal like it has been in the past. For me, it was much more recognizing what was happening because I have been like completely burnt out by September in past years. And so this year, much better. Going into the new year, though, knowing that this is still not the time to be setting all these intentions, right? We're now moving towards that. The end of this month is a much better time to be doing
Explain what
that.
that means a little bit.
Just looking at the energy of the seasons, right? Winter, the beginning of winter, which is December 21st here in the Northern Hemisphere, is the time of rest, right? We go into rest, we go into reflection. And so we should be doing that, like reflecting on our year, reflecting on what's happened, really looking into that. And as we start to move through winter, the end of this month, so beginning of February, is Imbolc, which is our midpoint between winter and spring. And that's when we should be really setting our intentions and looking forward and planning. So if you're not feeling it yet, that's okay, because our whole culture is built on this masculine energy of production, right? Produce, produce, produce. And so then we've put these arbitrary dates in place to do things that don't align with the energy of nature. And so if you want to align or you're feeling that things aren't meshing, wait till the end of this month, then set your intentions. Much better time.
So I'm going to translate a little bit of that to a language that some people may be more familiar with, because not everybody is at the same level that we are, right? So intentions translate to goals.
Resolutions,
Imbolc,
goals, yeah.
Imbolc translates to the end of January, February.
Yeah, February 1st-ish.
And then the other thing I wanted to say about that is this year I've heard more people speaking about doing the same things that you're talking about than ever before. Like there are some women that I follow on Instagram, and they were talking about like the ancient, our ancestors, and how they celebrated at these times that you're talking about. And there's the African proverbs and different ways of looking at the start of the new year. Some people started it on December 21st or so. I don't know. Just a whole lot of different energy around a new start time this year instead of the traditional, do you say American and Canadian way, or the things that we
North
know?
American.
North
Yeah.
American. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we are becoming more and more in touch with the energies, right, as many of us are, we recognize that what we've been doing isn't working. It's not working. And so we see at this right now, I've talked to a lot of people who their nervous system is completely dysregulated, they're overwhelmed, they're, not sure what's happening. I just invite you to just stop for a bit, right? We think we get, these holidays at Christmas, but we don't, especially as women. It's nonstop. It's not a holiday, right? And so take some time for rest, reflection, just sit with yourself no TV, maybe your journal, good cup of tea, whatever it is that your beverage of choice, just take time for yourself. Really important.
And I'm also, I love what you ladies are saying, and fully trust and believe in timing is everything, but also tuning into your own timing. So, we're in a winter, right? The season of winter. You might be in a season of winter throughout the day where you might even feel like you need to rest a certain part of the day. I know other cultures do siestas in the middle of the day, right? So, like, just listening to your soul and tuning into what I'm fascinated by the vagus nerve, like what your vagus nerve needs to reset, right? So maybe take a moment, and just one of the little tricks that I like to do is like place my hand on the triple warmer, which is place my hand right underneath the breast and the rib cage, and then maybe even hold both sides or just one, and breathe and just allow your body to come down.
Yeah.
Right? I love that.
My triple warmer has been out for a long time. It's finally getting normal, but does it matter which side?
You
Or
can
is
do
it
both.
on both sides?
And
We have triple
yeah,
warmers on both sides?
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing, if you want to add that to it, is take let's say if my right hand is touching my right rib cage underneath the breastbone, and take the left hand and just pull it slightly closer, and not to strain your neck, but then look up and to the opposite direction, right? So just hold that as though you're looking up to the ceiling, and look to the right side. For me, I'm pulling to the left and looking to the right. Does that make sense? And just allow yourself like about 30 seconds to just feel the body calm itself down. And you'll notice that, like, a big deep breath, or the body just kind of melt, and then just be, and then do it to the other side. And that just calms the vagus nerve. We're in this reactive. Look, Cheryl's like, now I need to balance.
I like to hand on heart, like here in the center of the chest, and breathe, right? Mm-hmm. It does the same thing for me. And just allow anytime that I need just a moment. It's my go-to.
And
I love that we all have. I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
It's tuning in. It's tuning in, listening to the sounds of your body. Where I was just in a group yesterday, and a lot of people don't listen to the sounds of their body, the physical reaction of what is happening. And a lot of it is the nervous system, or your energy, which, just making words very simple, the energy of your body, noticing what it is saying. And so noticing it. So if you're in winter and you need a rest, allow yourself to rest. If you're in spring and you're getting ready to create, be there too. But don't shame yourself if you're not in one season or another. Don't force it, because that complicates your nervous system. So again, going back to the dysregulation of where we are, and we're living off of this dysregulation of life.
Yeah. I wanted to say, I love how all three of us have a different method of calming our bodies, or, getting centered. For me, it's the deep breath. Just sit with that for a minute, hold it, like 4 seconds, and then let it out for 4 seconds. And it always just seems to calm me down. I might have to do a couple, but generally, like if I'm in a meeting of some sort, I'll do like this, where you really can't see it, and hold on to it, and then release. So.
Yeah. It's really important to pay attention to what's going on internally, right? To be able to recognize when you need that. And I think a lot of people, I know for my own self, for years and years, I just was running so fast that never even crossed my mind that I might need to stop and breathe.
Yeah. I didn't really gain an appreciation. I'm sorry, an appreciation for um, being mindful until my 50s, because we've always been taught to go, go, go. And nowadays it's hyper speed, go, go, go. But building mindfulness into my everyday life has been life transformative. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but you know what I mean? Transforming, totally transform my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's
Yeah.
needed, especially in women with menopause, when you're going through these ups and downs, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, because some of the time you don't realize what's happening. But when you take those deep breaths or do any of these exercises that we've shown you, it can help you to calm that dysregulation in your body.
Right. And we also have to realize and come to terms with that we are in a very high tech world and we're humans. And we used to be in a very high touch world. And we've lost that sense of touch and connection. And I mean that literally, like
Yeah.
touching. So as you know, I'm a body worker and I've been for 30 years. Touch is such an important thing, and it comes from it's a nurturing thing. So there's science behind a mom holding a baby, right? The baby that is held and nurtured thrives. The baby that is not held and nurtured can actually die, right? So we know that there's science behind this. So as a human, and we're such techie in this techie world, look, we're on Zoom together right now. But the beautiful thing is that we get to connect with each other. The difficult thing is that we don't get to hold each other, hug each other. So, like what Larissa just said, is like placing her hand on her heart, taking a deep breath, and just calming her body. But how important it is to touch and feel your own body, because many of us may not even get the hugs that we need. I used to have a mentor that would say a human person needs like 7 hugs a day or 12 hugs a day. I forget what the number was, but otherwise you get weird if you don't have it. Like she was a big huggy person, and we would joke about it, but how important that is. Like truly, if you live alone or if you don't have the community to hug you, what you're deficient in is touch. So that's why body work is really important. But first, touching yourself, allowing yourself to safely touch your being and be okay with that. And then go get some body work done.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I've found, recently through the pandemic, of course, we all went online and we have connection. But then as the pandemic has ended, supposedly has ended, we've all retreated inward. Some people are going out in the world, but most people are not online as much anymore, but they've retreated inward. So they're not connecting. So we really, really need connection. I think this year is going to be vital for people to find connection with the energies that are going on. And without that, we're going to have a lot of issues this year with people not doing well, right? More depression, more anxiety, things like that, if we don't get more connection. And touch is a big part of that for me. I'm not a big hugger. I have sensory issues. So when people touch me, it can be quite painful. And so, but personal touch, is really important to me. I didn't recognize that until probably in the last 5 years, how important it was. But connection, deep connection with people is important to me. And I have really important people, you two are part of that I talk to every week because I need that connection. And everybody needs that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart is just over here feeling different ways, right? Like being single, any handsome men out there that are ready to be a spiritual, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, being single at home alone for so many years now has really put me in the place of right now desiring that human touch. So when my mother and brother came over for Christmas, oh my God, it felt so good to get a real hug, not, like out in public, the little hug, but I actually held my mom, right? It's such a beautiful thing. And it really brought to mind how important touch is, the human touch. With all that's going on in the world today and the way that we're going through this new AI revolution, evolution, the human touch is going to be so much more important. So much more important. I won't get on that right now. We'll talk about that in another episode. But even the things of your own personal touch, not getting freaky crazy on that, right? But just remember to hug yourself some of the time. Like when you do well, the energy of just celebrating, and you all had to teach me that, right? Like celebrate and hug on yourself and love on yourself, because every single one of us deserves that just specialness. We're all so deserving of it.
Just
And-
watching you like hug yourself makes me feel softer, makes me feel calmer, makes me just smile, right? So just that reaction of seeing you do it for yourself, like I think it just is calming my nervous system down. So I think, just paying attention to that and how that, just how it triggers other people to react or react in a certain way. So
Yeah.
thank you for
And this year it's going to be so important. Like we're going to go through, we're here talking about the energy of things. And we're about to go through some really chaotic energy. I'm not an energy worker, but I am sensitive to the things that are going on in the earth. And you can see it. You can see it based on today where we're at. Los Angeles, one of the largest cities in the United States, is burning. It's burning. In the South, we have a snowstorm. A snowstorm.
In
I don't
Canada,
know.
it's plus temperatures.
And the energy, right? It's all chaotic and all over the world. But I don't remember what I was watching, and they talk about we get to help change the world. Oh, David G. I was on his meditations this week. And we get to make a difference in the world by changing one person at a time. And it all starts with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do good in the world, y'all. Do good.
And I think that leads to a really good topic of like checking in with yourself. What is your soul? I use the word soul. What is your soul desiring? What do you need? And the more you understand and become intimate with who you are and what you need, then you can go and be that for others, right? So like this topic of realizing, okay, maybe I need more touch, I need more connection. All right, well then who do I need to reach out to? And I always keep a running list of people who I'm going to reach out to, because this is the fascinating thing of either it just happened this morning. As a matter of fact, I thought of a friend and she messaged me, right? And then there's another person. There's my father's aunt who's my father's cousin who's elderly. Like I need to reach out to her, right? There's humans in the world that need us, and a lot of us go, well, what are we getting? Or nobody's reaching out to me. Instead, just see what you can do, right? I need that connection. So I have my people who I'm going to reach out to. And to me, that's medicine. It happened this week. I was feeling a dip in my energy, I got on my phone, I checked in with a few of my people. If they didn't respond to me, that's okay. I'm not looking at the results. I'm just looking at what I'm putting out there. It's
Yeah,
just
I love that. I think that's a really important point that you made, Elizabeth, about what are we putting out there, right? Instead of waiting for somebody else, what are we putting out there? If we want to hear from somebody, reach out to them. If they're not responding in a way that we think they should, maybe give them some grace, because there's a lot happening. Everybody's going through something. But what do we need? Who are we talking to? And how are we? Oh, I don't know if I'm there or not.
You're
Um,
here still.
okay. How are we, you know, how are we behaving? How are we communicating? What can we do that will help change the world? Because we need to put love into this world. That is going to be the saving grace through all that happens. And if we're not putting out love, how can we expect others to? We are a collective energy. We are collective. We are one. And the more everyone can put love out into the world, the more things will change.
There's
Absolutely.
a song by this that's so good, Larissa. I'm sorry. My brain is going to one thing that is so, so, so good. There is a song by this artist, Londrell, Londrell. And I think the title is Love is the Medicine. Love is the medicine. And he just sings this rhyme, and it has a little bit of a rap tone to it, but it's also the woo woo kind of music. And it talks about love is the medicine. Love is the medicine. The higher, the higher. So it talks about raising your vibration and all of that. It's a wonderful song that is emphasizing what this says. And if you listen to that every day, it can help you to raise your vibration, right? It's got a beautiful playlist, a beautiful playlist.
yeah. And I think that that's the key thing. Like one of the things I often say is our heart is our GPS system.
Mm-hmm.
And if we lead with our heart, then our whole body, our whole being changes, not just our body, but our whole world changes. And instead of looking at who loves me, start looking at who do you love? How much love
Yeah.
do you put out in the world?
And make sure to love yourself.
Right. Measuring that, how much I love myself, how much do I love my friends? The end of the day, no matter what your belief systems are, who you subscribe to, if you look in and check in on how much did I love, how much love did I put out into the world, how much did I love on myself, and how much did I love out into the world, you measure that, you're golden.
Yeah.
You're going to have a beautiful life.
Yeah.
But if you start to worry about like who has more, money, things, blah, 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 I'm not so sure that's going to be satisfying.
Yeah.
So use your heart as your GPS.
Larissa, your video is still off. Can you turn it on? Or
I have tried. I've tried
Okay.
all the things. I don't know, something, my whole computer system went black and then my camera disappeared. So I've tried playing with all the buttons.
Okay, so the one thing that I want to say before we wrap up is, in this day and age, in 2025, as you all go out into the world and do things, remember that there is 3 communities available for you to interact with and come be part of. Number 1 is, I'll say mine first because Larissa's not in my corner anymore. The Mindfulness, there it is, Heart-Centered Academy. And that is it is exactly what it says. It is the Heart-Centered Academy, very, very heart-centered, kind of artsy, very eclectic is the way I would say it. and a beautiful soul-centered kind of community. And then I'll speak to mine. The Mindful Entrepreneur Collective is a community that is about mindfulness and tech and getting together with other women, like-minded women, to talk about some of the things that are happening in your life, talk about mindfulness and then tech, and we learn how to use some of the technologies that are out there. And Miss Elizabeth?
And I'm the founder of the Magnificent Moments Collective, and we offer retreats. We have mini retreats, mind, body, soul, a whole variety of different things that really help you focus inward and heal who you are, or even just explore what you are becoming. So.
And this coming week, sorry, Larissa, this coming week, look out for us because we're all holding each other accountable to go live on social media, whether it'll be Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, not sure, but we're going to be there. So look for us and make sure to watch our replay this if you haven't caught it live.
Yes, we have decided. I'm not sure what's happened with my camera. I came back on, but I can't see me. So I just wanted to say that, yes, that's one of the things that we do as friends. We started as, a business mastermind, and we've become such good friends, but accountability in what we do, building each other up. And that's that sense of community, that sense of connection. It's such an important part. And so I just wanted to put that out. And thank you, Cheryl, for sharing about Heart-Centered Academy.
And it's almost 5 years that we've been together.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. So cool.
Maybe this year we'll get to hug each other.
Yeah. Yes. We'll be in the same room. That's
I'm going to hug you anyway.
We won't smother you.
Yes.
I do want to share my song. I did find it, but I've never shared anything on here. So if this is my song for this year.
For Unstoppable, her word of the year, Unstoppable.
One moment while I see if I can make it work, because I've never done that here. So let's see if that will work for me.
And you guys, I'm so anxious. I'm so excited. I hear snow falling some more. I can't wait to look outside. Get in the candy store.
We had one snowstorm and it.
Walk through shadows, dance with doubt. Fought the storms that try to drown me out. But I rise, oh I rise, like the phoenix in the skies. Every step, a mark I leave, a story of strength, a will to believe. I've got fire in my soul, and I'm ready to take control. They told me I couldn't, they said it's too hard, but I turned every scar into a star. Now I'm here, I'm alive, I'm standing tall, unbreakable. I'll conquer it all. I'm unstoppable, nothing's gonna hold me back. Unstoppable on this uncharted track. Now I'm here, I'm alive, I'm standing tall, unbreakable. I'll conquer it all. I'm unstoppable. Watch me make my way. The world may whisper, stay in line, but I'll rewrite the rules. The future's mine. With every dream I've dared to chase, I've found my rhythm, my own space. No fear, no chains, I'm breaking free. There's no limit to what I can be. From the ashes I've begun, a warrior's heart, a blazing sun. They doubted my spark, but now they see the fire burns bright inside of me. I'll keep climbing, I'll reach the stars. This is my time, this is my heart. I'm unstoppable. Nothing's gonna
That's
hold me
good.
back.
No, I figured
I'm
out.
unstoppable on this uncharted track. I've got power, I've got dark
There we go. Yeah, I did. together
You
with
listen to it every
ChatGPT.
day?
Almost every day. Yeah, I have. I've got it. Yeah, it's my. I should listen to it every day. I listen to it regularly.
As soon as you come in your office and sit down, that should be like the song. And lunchtime, the song, and then
Yeah.
not at night because you need to stop and go to sleep.
Rest. Yes, I am not showing up on YouTube. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I am here in the studio. My camera is working, so I'm not too sure what the disconnect is. But
Yeah, you're not showing up
Yeah.
on here either. But I think we could probably wrap up.
yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
You. Welcome to the new year.
Yeah.
Find feminine voices.